Breaking news tonight. A shocking new development from Washington. Former President Donald Trump has just approved a plan that could send $2,500 checks directly to millions of Americans, starting as early as November 1st. Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about stimulus and tariff rebate payments, potentially funded by billions collected from Trump's aggressive trade policies. If this plan becomes official, it could mark one of the largest direct relief efforts in recent years. And it's already sending shockwaves through both Wall Street and Capitol Hill. But what does it really mean for you? Who qualifies? And is this money actually guaranteed to hit your account? Let's break it all down. The announcement that sparked a firestorm. Just hours ago, reports surfaced from multiple insider sources confirming that Trump's economic advisors finalized a tariff rebate initiative designed to return trade-generated revenue to American taxpayers. According to leaked details, the proposal would redirect tariff money collected from foreign imports, especially from China, and send it back to U.S. households in the form of $2,500 checks. In Trump's own words, it's about giving America's money back to Americans. The logic behind the plan. For months, Trump's team has been exploring ways to convert tariff revenue into domestic relief. The logic is simple. Tariffs have raised billions for the Treasury, so why not share the profit with U.S. citizens? Economists estimate that since 2018, tariffs have generated more than $150 billion in federal revenue. Now, for the first time, that money could circle back to the people. Why November 1st matters so much. November 1st is not a random date. It's the start of the new federal distribution cycle, when Social Security, SSI, and SSDI payments are processed. By syncing with this schedule, Trump's plan could use existing government systems to deliver rebates quickly and efficiently. That means if approved, millions of Americans could see deposits within the first 2 weeks of November, just in time for the holiday season. Who could qualify for the $2,500 checks? Early outlines suggest eligibility could mirror previous stimulus models. Here's what's being discussed. Individuals earning under $150,000 per year could qualify for the full $2,500. Married couples filing jointly may receive up to $5,000 total. Seniors on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits could receive automatic payments through existing systems. The program would likely rely on the IRS and SSA databases for verification, meaning no new application forms might be needed for most recipients. Stimulus or tariff rebate. What's the difference? Here's where it gets tricky. This isn't being branded as a stimulus check. It's being described as a tariff rebate. That's a critical difference, because technically this money doesn't come from new government spending or borrowing. It comes from money already collected through tariffs on imported goods. In other words, it's America reclaiming its own money from foreign trade deals. Political and economic impact. Politically, this move could be massive. Economically, it could be unpredictable. On one hand, Americans struggling with high grocery, rent, and gas costs would get a real financial lifeline. On the other hand, economists warn that this could increase consumer spending and potentially reignite inflation. But Trump's team believes it's worth it. Their message is simple. The American people paid the price for tariffs. Now they deserve the reward. A direct message to working Americans. Leaked internal memos suggest that each check may come with a printed statement from Trump himself, explaining that this payment is part of his America First economic rebate program. The message, according to one advisor, will say something like, "These funds come directly from tariffs collected on foreign imports. America's strength is being returned to American families." It's more than a payment. It's a political symbol of economic patriotism. How the payments could roll out. If this initiative mirrors the 2020 stimulus model, here's the expected timeline. Late October. Treasury and IRS finalize distribution logistics. November 1st. Official announcement and authorization. November 5th. 15th. First batch of direct deposits. By November 30th. Paper checks and debit cards arrive for those without direct deposit. That means some Americans could see the $2,500 hit their bank accounts before Thanksgiving. How this impacts seniors and veterans. Seniors on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA benefits may not need to do anything. Their information is already linked with Treasury and SSA systems. If the rebate program uses the same channels as before, these payments could be sent automatically to every eligible recipient. That's especially significant for seniors facing rising Medicare premiums, rent increases, and shrinking savings. For many, this $2,500 could be the relief they've been waiting for. Criticism and concerns. But not everyone is celebrating. Critics argue that tariff revenue alone may not sustain this level of payout without increasing the federal deficit. Others warn it could intensify global trade tensions, especially with China, which could retaliate by imposing new restrictions on U.S. goods. Still, supporters say the plan is genius, a win-win strategy that funds Americans without printing new money or raising taxes. Economic analysts react. Financial analysts across major outlets are calling this move economically unorthodox but politically brilliant. By redistributing tariff funds directly to citizens, Trump's team avoids the red tape of congressional approval, framing the plan as a presidential-level rebate rather than a spending bill. Some say it could stimulate the economy heading into 2026. Others fear it could destabilize trade relations if foreign governments see it as retaliation. The bigger political play. This move, just weeks before the holiday season, positions Trump once again as the leader who delivers direct cash to the people. It recalls the 2020 stimulus era, but with a twist. This time, he's branding it not as relief from crisis, but as reward from economic victory. That narrative could be politically powerful heading into the next election cycle. What you should do now. If you receive Social Security, SSI, or SSDI benefits, or filed taxes in the last 2 years, you don't need to take any action yet. But it's crucial to keep your direct deposit information up to date with IRS or SSA. Watch for official announcements from Treasury, Gov, SSA, Gov, or IRS, Gov. Beware of scams. No government agency will ever ask for fees to process payments. Stay alert, because when official details drop, you'll want to act quickly. Closing segment. The suspense continues. So tonight, as America waits for clarity, one thing is certain. The promise of $2,500 checks hitting bank accounts by November 1st has reignited hope and controversy across the nation. Whether it's a brilliant financial move or a bold political gamble, the next few days will determine if these payments become a real part of American wallets, or just another chapter in Washington's economic drama. Because if it happens, it won't just be a rebate. It'll be a turning point for millions of American families. Disclaimer. This report is based on preliminary and developing information. Official confirmation from the U.S. Treasury or Congress is still pending. Always verify updates through official sources like IRS, Gov, SSA, Gov, or Treasury, Gov before taking any action. Stay tuned, because the moment any official schedule or confirmation drops, we'll bring you the full breakdown right here. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a major update on Social Security, stimulus, or federal rebate programs. Would you like me to now make 100 whiteboard animation prompts, scene by scene, for this version? They'll be written as whiteboard animation of specific scene, and will cover the entire script visually for your video production.